everybody, JC here, and welcome to a Monday edition of TNInews Live. And hopefully this week we will get back on a fairly regular schedule with the holidays. And then last week we were doing some work on the sites, and so that kind of took some of my time. Plus, just wasn't a whole lot of news last week, to be absolutely honest. But we do have some news to go over today. And like I said, hopefully we will get back to more of a regular schedule here on YouTube for you guys with the Monday, Wednesday, and Friday as they warrant. But let's just do a quick roll call to see who is in the house. Dog Meat is in the house. Good to see you, my friend. John Brooks, John Bucenic, or I probably mispronounced that last name, but we got a couple of Johns in here, but good to see you, my friend. And then we've got Max Zombie is in the house. Good to see you. Everett is here today. Figure Fury, also good to see you. Rashid in the house. Pasino 777, what is up? Mr. Allmine. So it looks like we have a decent crowd in here. So let us get into the toy news, because I know that's what everyone is here for. And let's start off with one of everyone's favorite topics, and that is Marvel Legends. So let us get into that. So as soon as I pull up the right screen, there we go. All right, so first of all, for you folks that have been wanting to get the Marvel Legends Target exclusive Savage Land Professor Xavier in that green jumpsuit, they're basically calling this the Savage Land version because they didn't want to include the hover chair with this figure, so they're basing it on the couple of episodes from the original X-Men animated series where Professor Xavier loses his powers and is able to walk, and so he didn't have the hover chair. Now, he's worn this outfit, beyond those couple of episodes, including in X-Men 97. So this is really just kind of an X-Men animated version of Professor Xavier. So again, no hover chair. You do get the Cerebro helmet, even though, again, as the Savage Land version, he had no powers, so he wouldn't have been able to use the Cerebro helmet, but they included that anyway. But we finally have a pre-order date for this one. So Dan Yan had teased that it was going to be this week. And then just today he announced that it will be going up this coming Thursday, which is January 16th at around 9 a.m. You never know with Target. Sometimes they get them up early. Sometimes they get them up late. Sometimes they maybe get it up on time. But around that 9 a.m. time frame this coming Thursday. So again, it has the retro card back. Now, there have been indications, rumors, whatever you want to call it, that there will be an X-Men 97 Deluxe Professor Xavier released sometime this year. I would not be surprised at all if it's some version of this figure with the hover chair. But if you already have the hover chair and you don't really feel a need to get another one, this is probably your best bet. So we'll have to see how long this one lasts. I think it'll be fairly popular. I think it'll be one of the more popular Target exclusive pre-orders. So I wouldn't be surprised if this sold out somewhat quickly. But again, Professor Xavier announced at the last live stream last year is going up for pre-order this week on Thursday. Again, on or around 9 a.m. Eastern time. Now, Dan Yan has also stated here the other day on social media that we should be getting a Marvel Legend news drop this week. Now, you never know with Dan. I suppose he could have been referring. He had already announced that this pre-order was coming this week. So, I take that to mean beyond, when he said a news drop, something to reveal beyond just this pre-order. So I won't swear to it. It could be, again, sometimes Dan is kind of vague with his comments. So I suppose he could have been just talking about announcing the actual date for this pre-order as the news drop. But I'm going to go with it. We're probably going to see some additional news this week on the Marvel Legend front. One of the reasons why I feel that is the case is because on the Entertainment Earth Drop Zone page, and I think we talked about this like last week or something, but they seem to strongly be hinting of a Marvel Legend pre-order on January 30th that sounds very much like the rumored Spider-Man No Way Home Electro figure. So that is a figure that Hasbro has not yet officially announced. They strongly hinted to it at their last live stream that it was coming, but they have not yet officially announced the Electro figure. Now, I've seen indications that, in fact, Electro is coming this year. In fact, I will tell you, as far as specifics, it will be based on this costume that he wore in the No Way Home uh, movie, and it will have the Electro type mask on the figure. And as far as accessories, it may have an extra pair of hands. I don't know if I've seen all the accessories, but I can tell you it will definitely come with those newer electricity effects that the female Electro, the recent female Electro, those larger ones, that were included with that. So we'll be seeing those accessories again with this new No Way Home Electro figure. So I believe that's going to be going up on the 30th, which, if that is the case, it would make sense that sometime between now and the 30th, Hasbro will officially reveal that figure with images. I doubt they're going to do a live stream for just one figure, so probably it'll be just through some corporate media website. And again, I'm thinking probably sometime this week is when they will announce and show the images for this figure. So if that happens, of course, we'll have that information up at Marvelous News the moment that it does happen. And even if by some chance Dan was saying that the news drop this week was in fact just giving us the pre-order date for the Professor Xavier, I still would expect the Electro figure will be going up for pre-order on the 30th. So even if it wasn't this week, we likely will be seeing the official reveal of that Electro sometime this month, I am guessing. So that is your Marvel Legend news for the day. I don't really have anything else on the Marvel Legend front. Let me just see what you guys are saying here. Elio is in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Everett is in the house. The body mod for the Red Hulk for the MCU is good. Body mold for an Avengers 2012 Hulk. 777 says he wants. Well, I assume he's talking about the Professor Xavier, maybe the Electro, or both. Quinn's Comics, good to see you, Quinn. Haven't seen you in a bit. Greetings and Happy New Year's, my friend. Hope you are having a quintastic day. Same to you as well. I think a post from you on Facebook saying that you got in the new Christopher Reeve McFarlane Toys Superman figures, which I'm still waiting for my. I don't even remember where I pre-ordered that figure. It went up during San Diego Comic-Con, and I was pretty busy, but I am pretty sure I managed to pre-order that from, maybe it was Entertainment Earth, either Entertainment Earth or Big Bad Toy Store. But I have not yet received my Christopher Reeve Superman yet from McFarlane Toys. But it looked like you had that in stock at your store. So if you're somebody who's nearby Quinn's Comics and you want that figure, you might want to see if he still has any in stock. So just a little plug there for you, Quinn. Will the bots or whatever pre-order all of the? It's always possible with Target. If it sells out in seconds, then probably a good bet that at least some bots got it. But I don't know. It's hard to say with Target. Sometimes stuff lasts long, and then other times it doesn't. So, and it's weird because we got all these drops on Sunday morning, like at the wee hours of the morning. Target started just like listing a ton of items. I never saw most of these actually in stock, but some people told me they were in stock. But things like the for you Masters of the Universe Origins fans, even though I don't think this is a Target exclusive, it may be first to Target, but I think this will be available elsewhere. But the Origins sketchbook series Hordak and Grizzlor figures, that is currently listed on Target's website, but at this time is not available for purchase. I don't know if it ever was, but it is listed on there now. We had let's see what else. The McFarlane Toys, and these were still available last time I checked. The Orion figure, the Target store exclusive Orion for DC Multiverse, that was listed online, and that does look like it's still in stock. So if you want that one, you can get it. And then also same with the DC Multiverse Wildcat figure. That one, let's check, see if it's still available. It is. So both those went up this weekend, and both are still available. Those, again, are both Target store exclusives. So if you want those, you can get them. These Spin Master retro figures, these are like 4-inch figures with in the classic Kenner style based on the Batman Forever movie. These here in the United States are being offered as Target store exclusives. There's the Batmobile, Batman, Robin, Two-Face, and Riddler. And those, last time I checked, were, looks like maybe they've sold out. They were available Sunday morning. The Batmobile is still, with Batman, is still available. And these have been hitting physical stores as well. So if you really want these, I don't think, sooner or later, I think you'll be able to find them. But looks like the figures, most of the figures have actually sold out. So probably, though, at some point they will get more of these in. But again, those are from Spin Master. For you Turtle fans, reissues of Playmates Toys 2012 Turtle figures. So the 4 Turtles, Shredder, and Metalhead. I think there's some slight modifications to the original releases of these figures, so they're not 100% straight up reissues. I think like the feet are a little bit different. But again, if you're into 2012, these I did not see in stock yesterday, just listed. So either they sold out or they were never available. I'm not sure. But again, those are being offered as Target exclusives. You can find them at physical stores, and I imagine they'll be available again online. For you reaction fans, so for the very first time in action figure form, we are getting Fatal Fluffies. Unfortunately, these are for reaction. I would love to see Super7 do ultimates of the Fatal Fluffies. I would actually buy them if they did, or at least one. I might get 2. Or even Hasbro, if Hasbro wanted to do them for classified, that would be cool. But I would love to see larger scale Fatal Fluffy figures. Ramar also getting the reaction treatment. For those of you not familiar with this guy, he appeared in the first GI Joe miniseries, the Mass Device miniseries. He was one of the slaves in Cobra's headquarters. He fought Duke in the arena of sport, and then later basically helped a revolt of all the slaves. They were controlled by the things that they wore on their heads by Cobra, but they were able to override it by putting a little gold piece of metal in between it and the headband, and they were able to break free. The thing that makes this guy most notable is he was voiced by Peter Cullen. So this episode, the episodes with him on GI Joe predate the Transformer cartoon. So when we watched this as a kid and we heard this guy talk, we'd never really heard of Peter Cullen or Optimus Prime. And so, it's one of those things where years later, when you go back and you watch it and you go, wow, that's actually Optimus Prime voicing that guy. But that's kind of why this guy stands out more than anything, is because, again, he was voiced by Peter Cullen, who, of course, soon after went on to become renowned for voicing Optimus Prime in the Transformer cartoon. So both of those are being offered at Target first and went up this weekend. So again, not currently available for purchase. They'll be offered at physical stores as well. They're $20 each. They are a little bit taller than a normal reaction figure, but not true scale, because like the Fatal Fluffy in his full size mode should be taller than Ramar, who was a big dude, of course, but I believe Fatal Fluffy was taller, but they're about the same height. So not perfect scale, but again, it's reaction. So what do you expect? So again, those eventually will be available elsewhere, but right now Target is the place to go. Now, besides those two, we also got as general releases Reaction Duke and Serpentor. Those went up for pre-order last week at Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth. Pretty much anywhere that carries Reaction figures. So again, $20 each on these, but and these are the O-ring Reaction figures. So the newer, updated, with a classic O-ring design that Super7 has been doing for their GI Joe Reaction line. So again, those went up for pre-order last week, and last time I checked, were still pretty readily available. Let's keep it to Super7. They announced Micronauts, and at least starting off, they are doing reaction figures. So I don't know if they'll end up doing any kind of Micronaut Ultimate figures, but right now, again, they are doing 2 reaction figures. These went up for pre-order last week. I never was that much into Micronauts, so these don't have a lot of appeal to me. Hasbro has the license, or I believe still has the license for Micronauts, which is probably why they've let Super7 do these figures. Back in the day, for those of you who collected figures in the early 2000s, Soda Toys was going to do a line of 7-inch scale Micronauts, but then the company went under before they could actually get them released. So they showed some prototypes at like Toy Fair, but they never released them. So like I say, I don't know how deep Super7 is going to go with Micronauts, if they're just going to do reaction or if they're also going to do Ultimates. But they are at least have 2 ultimate or reaction figures for this line. What else? I think that's, well, yeah. So they've got some new glow in the dark figures for you Dungeons and Dragon fans. Skeleton Warrior. Looks like these are being offered. Actually, Big Bad Toy Store, I guess, is carrying this one. Initially, it looked like just on Super7. If Big Bad Toy Store has it, then possibly Entertainment Earth will have it at some point. But again, for you Dungeons and Dragon fans, an ultimate version of the Skeleton Warrior. Again, this version glows in the dark. And same thing for you Power Ranger fans, a Megazord figure, which again glows in the dark. So right now this one's only available on Super7, but it may be available elsewhere later on, either later in the day or in the coming weeks. But again, Super7 is the place right now that has that. So $25 for that one, if you're into glow in the dark figures. There's something else Super7 I wanted to touch upon. I think it was. I think we're going to be getting a new Thundercat wave announced here soon. I want to say. Yeah, this one on Thursday the 23rd. Action figures, which would indicate probably Ultimates. Could be retro or deluxes, I don't know, but not reaction. But this clue, not of this earth, or the second one, either these action figures are sure to delight, to bring might, to be things you'll find all right. Sounds like a Thundercat pre-order. So, I don't know exactly what it is going to be, but it's been a while since we've had a wave of Ultimates for Super7 Thundercats, so I'm thinking that might be what it is. So again, if you're into Thundercats, mark your calendar for the 27th. And speaking of Thundercats, I meant to talk about this last week, but I forgot to. But people have been getting their who back the crowdfund for the Thundercats Lair. So these images come via Stefan and Gib on Facebook. And I got to tell you, as I was looking at these images, I was really kind of kicking myself for not backing this thing. I didn't back it primarily because of space, though I actually think I found a place I could put this if I wanted to. But now I'd have to go to the secondary market, which means I'd have to spend somewhere like $1,500 if I wanted to get this thing. But these images definitely, every time I look at them, make me tempted to try and maybe go pick this up on the secondary market. It looks came out pretty well, and it looks like you can display the Thundercats pretty nicely on it. So again, sometimes when I don't back things, I'm like, yeah, no problem, and then other times I have those regrets, and I'm kind of feeling regretful not getting the Thundercats Cat's Lair. But if you did back it, then I'm guessing you probably have gotten it by now, but or should very soon. And hopefully you're enjoying it if you did. All right, let's see what are you guys saying before we go any further. Mr. Allman says, asking Quinn's Comics, do you have the Platinum 1978 Superman version on your website? I can't find that figure for Big Bad Toy Store had it up briefly the other day, but it sold out really quick. I gotta tell you, I'm not that interested in the Platinum version. The drunk evil Superman from Superman 3. If we ever got a Richard Pryor figure from Superman 3, then I might be interested. Yes, would love to see Joe a Fatal Fluffy classified. Yeah. What's up, Judge Dreads? Kobo Cop's in the house. You didn't miss it. You're just in time. Well, you're a little late, but we're still going. All right, so let's. What topic should we move on to? For your Four Horsemen fans, first 10-year book of Mythic Legion, Silver Knight, and Legion Silver Knight Builder 2 figures are available on the Store Horseman website. Trick or Treat Studios, 5-inch Goosebump figures. We're seeing some package images for these. So if that's something you're interested in, you might want to check those out. Mezco had put up for pre-order on their site yesterday. Nosferatu Black and White Edition 112 collective figure for $112. Last time I checked, it was still available, which looks like it is. So that is being offered as, I believe, a Mezco store exclusive. We talked about the stuff that Target threw up yesterday. Simpson fans. So we've got our first look at Wave 4 of the 5-inch figures, thanks to Walmart. They had these up briefly, the images, and then they pulled them down. But of course, once they're out there, they're out there. So Wave 4 for 5-inch Simpsons from Jax looks like it's going to include Barney Gumble, Bumblebee Man, Blue Shirt Bart Simpson, and Carl Carson. So our first look at these figures. So again, this is Wave 4 of the 5-inch figures. And then we'd seen glimpses of these. This is Wave 3 of the 5-inch figures. We'd seen these on the back of the packaging for the 2.5-inch Krusty playset. But now we have official images. So Baseball Homer, Marge with Maggie, Milhouse, and Lenny makes your Wave 4 figures. Again, these are the 5-inch ones. I don't think these have started to sell anywhere, so I likely at least Wave 3 will be hitting stores very soon. But so those we also, let's see. So this is the Krusty Burger set that went up on Amazon. I think it's on regular. Originally, it was Amazon UK, but I think it has been up on regular Amazon as well. And these are 2.5 inch figures. So, comic book guy, Grandpa Simpson, Bart, Milhouse, and Ralph. Again, these are the 2.5 inch. This is wave 3 for that scale. The smaller figures. So again, I don't think those have gone on sale anywhere yet, but likely will soon. For Operation Monster Force fans, Fresh Monkey Fiction has announced their 2025 convention exclusive. So it is the Phantom Core command unit figure. So again, this will be offered. Well, you can pre-order it. I don't know. I'm sure at some point they'll make it available online, but the way they're doing it now is they're going to be attending conventions. The first one is supposed to be next weekend at the Depot Geeking Out convention, um, which I guess will still be going on. That area is pretty close to Los Angeles, which, of course, with all the fires, which if anybody who is in that area, please be safe. Though if you're in that area, you're probably not watching this video. But again, everyone in the LA area having to deal with that, my thoughts go out to you. So I don't know if this Toy Depot Geeking Out convention will actually happen, but if it does, then Fresh Monkey Fiction is supposed to be attending there. They're also going to be at Toy Atlanta, which is the kind of shaping up to be the big independent toy convention this year. Fresh Monkey Fiction, the Four Horsemen. I'm sure a few other independent guys will end up going to this. That's in March, at the end of March. Joe Fest and Legion Con. You can expect to see Fresh Monkey Fiction, and they will be offering this exclusive figure. So basically, the way it works is you go to the convention, and they give you a way. You provide your email that you use with Big Bad Toy Store, and they will add the pre-order to your Big Bad Toy Store account. Is how they're doing it. So they won't actually have the figure in hand there, but you can pre-order it. And then, like I say, at some point, I imagine they will make it available online at Big Bad Toy Store to pre-order as well. But that is their 2025 convention exclusive. New SummerSlam Elite 2025 figures. We got some official images for these. So Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Charlotte Flair, Roman Reigns, and William Regal, which is the Build-A-Figure, makes up this wave. You get two different head sculpts with Regal, another Roman Reigns figure, who last week retained his title as head of the bloodline with his Ula Fala. New Shawn Michaels. Triple H with his sledgehammer. Charlotte Flair. So these figures have been up for pre-order at places like Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth. We just didn't have images until this past weekend. Let's see, anything else of terrible interest? Let's see. McFarlane told you about the Target stuff. Last week we had pre-orders for a couple of new UFC Series 2 figures, those posed figures with Justin and Patty. So if you're into UFC, Those are available at places like Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth. This is the Platinum Edition version that we were talking about a short while ago. Again, Big Bad Toy Store had it up briefly for $40, but sold out pretty quickly. We got a 1-to-1 scale cow based on the Dark Knight last week pre-order, $99.99. So essentially a life-size cow replica from the Christian Bale Batman. So you can still pre-order that if you want to. Here's some more images thanks to Ahsoka the Geek, again for the Platinum Edition Superman. Again, which is based on his appearance in Superman 3, when the messed up kryptonite made an evil version of Superman. He started drinking and flipping peanuts at mirrors in the bar. Last week we had a new Entertainment Earth exclusive black light figure, Mr. Freeze. Movie Mr. Freeze, Arnold Schwarzenegger from the Batman Robin movies. This one, again, part of the Black Light series, but this one, I believe, is sold out. Yes, so that's sold out in about 24 hours. Again, that was being offered as an Entertainment Earth exclusive. A few more listings have popped up on online distributors for McFarlane. Actually, a few more have popped up, which I haven't reported, but I probably will be reporting on soon. But Grim Knight for gold label figures, Demon, a blacklight version of Demon, so that could be an Entertainment Earth exclusive. Superman, new 52 gold label. So I don't know how that will differ, and I don't know where that will be offered. Dick Grayson, Jokerized Robin, DC Rebirth, gold label figure. Again, I don't know where that'll be offered here in the U.S. A Revenge of the Green Lantern Cyborg Superman is coming. A Cyborg Superman from the Return of Superman storyline, I believe, is what that one's based on. Alfred from Batman vs. Superman is getting a figure treatment. Cowboy Batman from Batman Superman. So if you've ever wanted Batman as a cowboy, you'll be getting that. Eradicator, also from the Return of Superman storyline. And Hal Jordan armor suit from the Return of Superman as well. We should be getting the figure treatment. We had the Kong versus Batman 2-pack, and now we're going to get Superman versus Godzilla. So that's going to be coming. New adventures, reissues of Estrogen the Demon, Batman, and Mr. Freeze. Those are Wave 5. Again, those should be reissues from the original DC Direct ones. For you DC Superpower fans, we're getting a store exclusive, probably exclusive to Walmart, Animal Man, and Cyborg. So those are coming. Not a new figure per se, but a new Mortal Kombat figure from McFarlane Toys. I've told you before that I didn't think McFarlane was done with the Mortal Kombat line. So a gold label, glow-in-the-dark Raiden figure is going to be coming. And then also a gold label Spawn figure is coming as well. So again, I should probably have a few more listings for you up on the site in the next day or so. Nothing really much on the NECA toy front. Disney's Stitch's Elvis figure being released at Target, if you're interested in that. And then a couple of figures that went up on Big Bad Toy Store last week. The black and white First Turtles 2-pack. So if you missed out on that one, it was available at Big Bad Toy Store for $64.99. Also, this was previously, I think it was offered at Best Buy, I want to say. And from the Last Ronin, the Sinja Commando and Mauser figures. So that again is available at Big Bad Toy Store. I don't know if I had talked about, I think this one up over the holidays. But Shredder, Krang Shredder figure from the Archie comics was up on the Walmart website, but I don't think has ever been available. In fact, it looks like they removed it. but we got official images. We'd seen this at conventions, but we got the official images. This should not be a Walmart exclusive. This will eventually be available everywhere. So I don't know exactly when this figure is going to get released, but pretty much talked about Masters of the Universe. Val Staples gave an update on PowerCon. Over the holidays, they announced that they were essentially not really having a PowerCon convention this year. It was on hiatus last year. The 2 years before that, it had been in Columbus, Ohio. So, and this year they announced they're essentially teaming up with Toylanta, and we'll have some type of presence at that convention. And so Val goes into details on why all that happened. I'm not going to really, if you want to read about it, then you can go over to TNI. But I think we talked about this last week, but Rio Blast was originally going to go up for pre-order on like last week, and then Mattel moved it. It's Mattel Creations exclusive. We saw it at San Diego Comic-Con. This is Origins figure, and now it looks like it's slated to go up on the Mattel Creations website on January 21st. Again, we talked about this last week, but tomorrow, I believe, the new reissue of Triptychon that they announced over the holidays in cartoon colors, the black colors here. It's a reissue of the figure they had done previously, but now part of will be released in the Age of Primes packaging again with the cartoon colors. And they didn't announce when it was going up for pre-order, but again, going back to the Entertainment Earth drop zone page, I believe we can decipher that it is going to go up for pre-order tomorrow at 1 p.m. So change is inevitable, and there's a lot of changes to be had. Big changes, old changes, classic changes, changes that many, for some reason, remind you one guy from the one CBS sitcom. I don't know what that really means, but Hasbro did say it was going to go up in January, up for pre-order sometime in January, and I believe it again is probably going to be tomorrow. So keep an eye out for that if that's something you want to add to your collection. So again, this is a reissue, but with the classic cartoon colors, which I think looks better than the toy colors. So I didn't get the previous Triptychon. I don't know if I'll get this one either, but if I was going to pick one, I would rather have the cartoon colors than the original toy colors. So. All right, well, that I believe is pretty much all the news I have for you. Not a whole lot on the Star Wars front unless you're into these epic hero figures. We got some images for upcoming ones of those. So these are more for the kids, but otherwise not a whole lot in the way of Star Wars news. So they did for you Rory McCann from Game of Thrones. He played the Hound, is replacing Ray Stevens as Balin Skull in the next season of Ahsoka, the live action series. Unfortunately, Ray Stevenson, who I thought did a really good job with the character, but he ended up passing away shortly after filming season 1. And so they are going to replace him with the actor again from Game of Thrones who played the character of the Hound. So, just a little movie news for you there. Besides Marvel Legends news on the Marvel front, McFarlane's going to be putting up for pre-order more of their pre-posed statuesque type figures. They previewed over the weekend. These were announced at that McFarlane Toys show a couple of weeks back. But the 1/6 scale Thor from Thor 177, and then the symbiote Spider-Man from the Secret Wars miniseries, those are definitely going up for pre-order on the 15th. Now, they had shown off some 110 figures during that event as well, so I don't know if those will be going up for pre-order this week or not, but they didn't release preview images, so it's possible it's just going to be the two 1/6 scale figures that they showed. So again, the 15th at 12 p.m. Eastern Time should be available everywhere if that is something you're into. And I don't think there's really any other Marvel news. The X-Men Wave went up for pre-order last week, so I'm sure by now you're aware of that. The Nemesis Wave, Big Bad Toy Store sold out last time I checked. Never mind. Looks like when I looked earlier, they were sold out of a number of them, but it looks like they've restocked most of them. Maybe looks like maybe Cyclops is sold out. Yeah, Cyclops looks like maybe is sold out, which doesn't surprise me that that was the most popular in the wave. Entertainment Earth still has them all. Amazon still has them, so they are still pretty readily available. So if you want that new Nemesis Wave, again, they went up for pre-order last week. So I have not yet pre-ordered any of them. I will pick up a few of them eventually, but I didn't pre-order any of them myself. Oh, Hot Toys. Johnny Storm, Human Torch from Deadpool Wolverine. That went up last week. You can get it at Big Bad Toy Store, $320. So Chris Evans, of course, reclaiming the role in the movie. Didn't have a happy ending for him, but if you want a 1/6 scale figure, then again, Hot Toys is doing one and is currently available. All right, so hopefully that brings everybody up to date on all the latest toy news. Rashid says he ordered Cyclops meal. Yeah, I mean, well, two things. If Hasbro ever really gives me a strong indication we're going to get the rest of X Factor, the original X Factor team, in those matching costumes, then that Cyclops figure becomes much more appealing to me. But right now, I don't have a huge amount of faith of that. So I really feel more like the only reason I get that figure is for the optic blast, which Dan Young said that it would work with older Cyclops figures, but not. It wasn't 100%. So I guess the fit of the new optic blast isn't 100% in sync with the original optic blast. But he said if you worked with it, you could make it work. So just note that. They will slow roll X Factor team just like the other teams. Well, that's possible, but I mean, like I said, I'm still waiting for them to complete my Excalibur and X Force teams. And honestly, until they do that, I am very hesitant to want to really try and start on another team. So, um, and so far at least, based on rumors, there's no indication they're going to even do that this year. Maybe they hinted that we might see I remember maybe there was a hint that suggested maybe Phoenix for Excalibur, but again, um, till they actually do that, I'm not too gung ho on trying to start another team, because it's like saying New Warriors. Let's see what else. What other teams am I still waiting to complete? Um, Thunderbolts, the original Thunderbolts, New Warriors, X Force, Excalibur. You know, Hasbro's been stringing those out for years, and and it's not even like, I don't think we got, last year we finally got X Factor Wolfsbane, but we should have gotten, Farrell and Rachel and the rest. We should have gotten. It's just, and like, and like New Warriors, where they start changing and doing modern versions of like Vance Astro and things like that. That just that annoys me even more. So, like I say, I know they kind of, like, I think they asked people to chime in and say if they wanted the rest of X Factor at the live stream. But like I say, until until I get more of a stronger indication, or they actually finish some of these other teams, I'm just not personally interested in trying to start another team. Go boy, we're seeing some of the last wide scale Marvel Legend releases before they all go to Pulse for 29. I don't know where you heard that, but that's not true. Um, yeah, Marvel Legends isn't becoming a Pulse exclusive line. Uh, some lines will be online only, but not Pulse exclusive. X, what is up? Ever says we need more Jubilee and Beast for X-Men 97. I believe, to go back and look, but I believe Jubilee is slated for the next wave of X-Men 97 figures. Yes, Jubilee is slated for the third wave of X-Men 97 figures. So, Morph, Jubilee, Emma Frost, Cable, Roberto. Don't know if it'll be a Sunspot or in human form, but Roberto and some version of Logan, Logan, Wolverine in his civilian clothes, should make out the next wave of X-Men 97 figures. So, no indication of Beast, but and then, like I said, I've also seen some indications of a deluxe Professor Xavier for X-Men 97. So, Sean, I'm in the house. JC, what's up, brother? Happy New Year to you and the action figure community. Same to you. I assume you mean you're in your house, not my house. Let's see. See, Quinn says, if you are referring to cartoon, then it would be the red and blue version. Quinn's just responding to people. Everett's throwing out his endless list of Marvel Legend wants. All right, well, like I said, that is all I have for news for you guys today. we could talk some wrestling if you want. Anyone caught Raw's premiere last week on Netflix? Of course, I think the most talked about thing online after that was the whole Hulk Hogan thing and him getting booed, and people arguing of whether he was booed because he was a Trump supporter or because he was racist. That seemed to be the going theme on the internet. I hope Hasbro gives us Marvel Rivals subline of figures. I'd be all in on that. Those designs are so cool. I have not heard anything, but I honestly do expect that at some point Hasbro will do figures based on Marvel Rivals. And that's only because Marvel themselves seems to really be pushing that game, and it seems to be gaining quite a bit of popularity. And so I just feel like that is almost a given. It probably wouldn't be this year, but I'm thinking maybe next year we could see some Marvel rival figures in the Marvel Legend line. Marna says, you think GIJoe will do Resident Evil figures since they're handling Capcom brands? I don't know. A lot of it, I mean, first of all, it's not like they certainly have an in with Capcom, so they certainly could probably pursue that. But I don't know if there's a strong desire. The thing about GIJoe is, I think there's only so many action figure lines they can take on at once. A lot of that company really focuses on die-cast stuff, not action figures. And so, certainly at some point, maybe they could expand and do more. But right now, I mean, who knows? We're still waiting on like the Scooby-Doo figures. None of those have gone up for pre-order. GIJoe is not. They put out some pretty cool stuff, but they are not known for their speed. So I don't think we want them taking on a ton of action figure lines at this stage because, like I said, it'd be 20 years before they actually got it released. John Brooks, there you are, John from Ireland. Good to see you, my friend. Have you seen the missing link knockoff of Optimus Prime G1? I think I've seen some images. I don't pay that close attention to third-party knockoff Transformers, but I do want to say I think I've seen some images cross my feed for that. I'd buy Rival Spider-Man and Squirrel Girl. I mean, just and I've yet to play this game, but I do get press stuff for the game. So last week they sent out some stuff showing off newer characters, which those of you into the game, I'm sure you've already seen those, but like Fantastic Four. So Reed is looking this video. I can't say I like the more white than blue outfit, but I think when he blows up like a puffer fish, I thought that was kind of funny. Like he bolts himself up. It's like puffer fish mode. That was kind of funny. A lot of these designs, they just come off looking a lot more bulkier than like their comic. There's Magneto, Black Panther, Adam Warlock, Captain America, Doctor Strange. So I mean, I definitely could see Hasbro do it. I don't know what the hell that is. I really hope that's not supposed to be Galactus. Groot, Hawkeye, Hella, Magic. So I definitely see Hasbro doing some start doing a line of rival figures at some point. Which it says their style, yeah. And I mean, I think that's kind of cool. I mean, it gives you kind of something unique and different. Gives them a way to reissue, the same characters with different looks and stuff. And of course, there's still the strong possibility we are going to start seeing Marvel versus Capcom figures. Hasbro really seemed to be hinting, we've seen rumors, and Hasbro really seemed to have strongly hinted to that at the last live stream. Black Widow in the red bikini. Maybe. I haven't looked through every single character design for the game. I said I've yet to play it. Will the Capcom one be in Tybinga style? I like I say, I have no idea how those figures will differ. If they'll have some type of unique packaging. Um, those the Capcom rumors weren't mine. Those were displaying model behavior, and then Hasbro, like I said, did seem to be giving us some indication that that could be coming in in their last live stream. But what they give us, how they look, all that. I think there were supposed to be some 2-packs and some single releases based on the rumors. So, I mean, in a lot of ways, they're just going to be reissue figures with slight modifications. I mean, that's really probably the appeal from Hasbro's standpoint for a line like that is it's an easy way to re-release figures that they've already done. Everett, did you believe that's in the X-Men 97 wave? Is it her? I've not seen the figures, Everett, but the list I read you just a short while ago, Hasbro's not officially confirmed it, but yes, based on information I've seen, that should be the next wave. But I've not seen the figures, so I can't tell you exactly how they're going to look. Like the Electro figure, maybe I've gotten a little glimpse of, but those X-Men 97 ones, no. And I mean, obviously, if we don't get Shuma Gorath, if they do an X-Men versus Capcom line, you know, they got to give us Shuma Gorath because that's like one of the most. Obviously, it would be a normal size Shuma Gorath, like in the video game, not like a huge, giant version. But I feel like they would definitely have to give us Shuma Gorath if that line ends up coming into fruition. All right, well, it's 4 o'clock, so I think we're going to wrap it up here. I should be back on Wednesday with another live stream, so hopefully you guys will tune in for that. As always, I just want to give a shout out to my action figure enthusiast members. We're up to 35 members. So a big thank you to everyone who has become a member. If you're interested in becoming a member, there is a link in the video description for details. It's just 99 cents. We'll probably be doing another giveaway soon on here, so stay tuned for that. But again, Just a big shout out to all of you action figure enthusiast members who have become channel members. I mean, thank you to everybody who just watches, whether you're an action figure enthusiast member or not. But an extra little thank you for those who just go that little extra mile. It is always appreciated. All right, guys, so I'm going to wrap it up here. But again, like I say, I should be back on Wednesday with another live stream. Hopefully we'll have some more interesting things to talk about. But as always, guys, stay safe out there. And until next time, I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching today's video. Now, if you're new to the channel, please think about hitting that subscribe button. Also hit the bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. For all the latest action figure news, be sure to head over to ToyNewsEye.com, MarvelousNews.com, JediInsider.com, and TFormers.com. And remember, action figures are great,